Okay. I don't know if I'm on yet. Sorry, I don't know if anybody's here or if I'm even, like, really on. This is so confusing, you guys. This is so confusing. Who? This person said you gain a lot of unlikes with me. Wait, why is it not showing now? It's still showing the old thing.
Started showing it?
Yeah, it shows that I'm, like, on my camera.
Yeah, because I don't see it.
This is so annoying. Is it still showing the same thing? Could anybody hear me? Can you hear me on there? Going on and on. Well, now I'm back on, but it's still not working. It's still just like showing the old thing.
Oh, you were on.
Oh, I was?
Yeah.
How?
You're still on.
Can you see me now?
Yeah.
Okay, this is showing me like a gray screen, so I don't know if anybody is on, but you can see my video? Okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna keep talking. Sorry, guys. Okay, get away. Sorry, guys. That was like such a struggle. I gotta like update Twitter really quick. Somebody I saw in the comments was writing, you gained a lot of unlikes from me, which is hilarious. Okay, I'm just gonna keep talking, I guess. This is so awkward because I'm opening up regular YouTube and I cannot see myself. It's just like this gray box. This is so confusing. I was really nervous about doing a YouTube live stream. I've like live stream on Instagram or like Periscope and stuff before, but YouTube freaked me out because you have to download this encoder and I'm completely like jacked up on coffee right now. My boyfriend thought it would be a good idea to go get Shake Shack after he got out of work, and it's like 90 degrees outside and I just sucked down like half of this coffee and so I'm like shaky and this is confusing. So anyway, I'm just gonna get started on the Q&A. I don't know how I'm supposed to see comments though. Hold on, let me figure this out really quickly because I want to like get this moving since I wasted so much of your time. While I'm looking, I was gonna do just like a regular Q&A video, but I was like, let me just try live streaming because I've never done this on YouTube before. So these are just a bunch of questions that you guys have asked me. And so I'm going to answer them. Can I see the chat though? That's what I want to know. Live dashboard. You guys, if you have never done this before, it's really confusing. Maybe I'm just not that smart, but it's really confusing. Okay. Hey, okay, yay, I can see the comments. Okay, hi. Okay. So I'm just going to get started. And if you guys have any questions, I think that I can see them in the comments. So go ahead and ask me questions if you have any. But yeah, this is so funny. This person is like, you gain a lot of unlikes with me. So yeah, if you have questions, go ahead and ask them. But I have a bunch of questions that I was just going to ask on the, or answer on like the regular video. So I'm just going to start. First question is New York or LA. Do you see yourself ever living in New York or LA? And I don't ever see myself like living there necessarily, but I don't know, my attitudes to New York have changed recently. Oh my gosh, it's a creeper in the comments. Yeah, I used to be the person who was like, oh my gosh, I could never live in New York. And I went there recently. I mean, I've been there a lot before, but the last time that I went there, I was like, I don't know, it doesn't seem that bad. I really love where I am. I really love where I live right now. But I also feel like with my career, there's only so far that I can go living in the Midwest, you know? Like if I want to continue working in social media and influencer marketing and stuff like that, and even just like stupid stuff like my YouTube and stuff, I feel like there's only so far that I can go living in Detroit. So who knows? The life of this housewife. Your BF thinks you're fine. He's weird. Just don't listen to him. Okay. This is a good question. This is a question that I get a lot. I got it. Also, since I can't show people's names and stuff, I can't do like fun editing on live stream. Sorry if I'm not saying your names, because usually in editing, I just like go through and see the name. But anyway, this question is, how can small influencers get brand deals? I thought this was a really good question. This is something that I want to address more in like the resources section of my website moving forward, because I think that a lot of people believe that you can only get brand deals if you have like 1 million followers. I hate that I can't see like what I look like, by the way, but I'm just going to keep on talking. Okay. I hate that people think that, you know, you can only get sponsorships and brand deals if you have like 1 million followers. So it's just not true. So, I mean, one thing is just to have a really good professional look to your, you know, whatever it is, your channel, your blog, your Instagram, your website. I have had so many people, so many brands work with me and straight up tell me, like, I wanted to work with you because I really liked your aesthetic. Like, everything looks really clean and it's easy to read and it looks really professional. I like the branding of it more than like, oh, you have 1 million followers. I don't have 1 million followers. I barely have any followers. So that's something I've learned. Another thing that I've learned is just like professionalism overall, because these people talk to each other. Like all of these PR companies and brands and stuff, they talk to each other. And so the more that you can, you know, impress one, it kind of is like domino effect from there. In the marketing world, a lot of people are picking up on the whole micro influencer thing quite a bit more now. So use that to your advantage. Like a lot of the things that marketers want to hear are like a niche audience, that you've cultivated a niche audience. So even though your audience might be really small, they're all into the same thing. They're all very passionate. They're all very dedicated. So it's really just about selling yourself, honestly. Yeah, and there's other things you can do. I mean, going to events is really good. Networking events, carrying your business cards everywhere, all that kind of stuff. Thank you. That was a cute comment. My boyfriend, that's probably going to his head right now, so. Well, thank you very much. And I don't think you're a creeper. Better buy a big Instagram account. I don't think that buying followers is like ever a good idea, but I'm curious if you have had a different experience. I don't know. Let me know if you did, or if you have. Okay, the next question that I'm going to answer is Beautycon or Gen Beauty. I talked in my last video about going to Generation Beauty Toronto, and so somebody wanted to ask, like, should they go to Beautycon or Gen Beauty? I haven't been to Beautycon in years. Like, I think it was the first one that they did in New York, so I want to say it was like 2014 or 2015. I don't know. But there's pros and cons to each of them. So Generation Beauty is really awesome for one, because buy a working one. It's really awesome because first and foremost, you don't have to pay for it if you're a creator and you get invited. Not every creator obviously gets invited. It's based on like a bunch of things. There's different tiers and stuff like that. But if you do get invited, it's nice because you get to go for free. Beautycon is expensive. I think like the cheapest tickets are like $200. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. So there's that. When I went, they weren't that expensive. When I went, they were like $50. So I was like, okay, I can do that. But Generation Beauty is definitely about the products. It's about makeup. So if you're like really into makeup, if you're kind of just getting started on YouTube and don't have a huge makeup collection yet, it's a really good option for you. But Beautycon, I don't know. I don't want to say I preferred it because I like both. Like both have their advantages for sure. But for me, Beautycon, I did really like that they had panels. They had meetups with YouTubers. It was more kind of about that stuff. Like I got to see Candy Johnson speak. I got to see Josie speak, Whitney Port. And Generation Beauty doesn't have anything like that. Like they don't have any, what is the word I'm looking for? Like any panels, no meetups. It's pretty much just you get into this convention center and you walk around and you talk to different makeup brands and get different makeup. Now they give out amazing goodie bags. So I don't remember the Beautycon goodie bag being very like great. I think it was mostly sample size stuff. So yeah, they're just very different events. I would love to go to Beautycon again. I was saying in my video, it's actually on Saturday this year, which is this Saturday, 5/20, which is my birthday. So I was like debating if I wanted to go to New York for my birthday. And I was like, no, I just really don't want to, because if I go to New York, I'm going to end up working and I just want to spend my birthday like relaxing. So, okay, this question, maybe if the life of this housewife is still on, she might like this question. But this was left under my couples Q&A with Norris, and they said, you didn't answer the marriage question. Do you want marriage with Norris or in general? So yeah, that's a kind of like an interesting question. Before I even answer this, I just want to say, like, this is totally a personal opinion. I'm not telling anybody what to do. This is just personal. But I don't know, like, I think that I do want to get married. But the older that I get, the less important it becomes in a way. Like, not that, I don't know, it's just like weird. Like, I think a lot of people dream of getting married when they're young and stuff like that, and I just have never really been like that. Always been way more like career focused, and so for me, I just have a lot of things that I want to achieve for myself before I even think about marriage. And I was raised very non-traditionally, I guess, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but like Norris, my boyfriend, was raised a little bit more traditionally, I think. So I don't know. It's not that I don't want to get married. It's just that I'm not really thinking about it now. I feel like when I think about my goals and like how my life is going to go, I think about career first. And then I feel like the personal stuff kind of like falls into place with that. Like same with kids. Like I don't know if I want kids right now because I can't imagine having a kid right now in like an apartment in downtown Detroit. You know what I mean? So I feel like when the other things kind of fall into place, you know what I mean? I don't know. I just am very stress-free about that stuff. I know a lot of people my age start to like stress out. Like I have girlfriends who are like, oh my gosh, like I'm never going to get married. Yes. So Life of This Housewife says, I've been married for 17 years. Congratulations on 17 years of marriage. That's amazing. It's hard work every day and advice people to think before you do it. I think that's like awesome advice. And that's totally what I mean. Like I want to get my ducks in a row before I, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I have a lot of girlfriends who are like freaking out. They're like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to get married. I'm like, you're 26. Like that's not that like old at all. Like that's very young. And like, I don't know, focus on your career. And I feel like when you start getting into that mindset of focusing on yourself and focusing on your career, like that's when you meet somebody. That's when like really amazing things happen to you. So that's how I feel about that. But yeah, someday. Next question I got, what are some ideas for people who want to start YouTube but don't want to start a beauty channel? So I really like this question too because I started my YouTube channel as a beauty channel pretty much, like just because that was the popular thing to do. I don't know, I never even heard of YouTube before, and I got foot surgery, so I was bound to my bed for like 3 months and I had nothing to do, so I started watching YouTube videos. And the first person I started watching was Bethany Moda, and she did beauty videos. So I was like, oh, maybe this is just like a thing for beauty videos. Like I didn't realize that there were other things to do on it. So that's why I really started beauty. I still do like makeup, but I'm not a makeup artist. I'm not professional. I don't really know what I'm doing when I do makeup. So I like this question. The first thing that I think you should think about is, what are you passionate about? Obviously, what are you knowledgeable about? Like, you don't have to be the most knowledgeable about things, I guess. You don't have to know everything. But, just something that you can speak to and you can speak confidently to. And most importantly, what can you provide that's helpful to people? I think that's the most important piece of advice that I've ever gotten in my years of content creation. One of my friends back from Kalamazoo told me this, and he was like, this was when I was blogging, and he's like, you should always ask yourself after every blog post, how is that helping somebody? Or what am I writing that's helping somebody? So that's what people want to see. And as I'm sitting here like rambling on about nothing, do as I say, not as I do. That's like how I feel about everything on my channel. But yeah, just try to like answer a question for somebody. Try to do something that's going to teach somebody something, as opposed to just, I don't know, your channel should always be for you. Like for me, my channel is like, I really don't care how successful it gets. I don't know. It's always just been a very personal thing. Like I want it for documenting my life and for documenting like the random phases that I go through. But I'm guessing this person wants YouTube to be like their career or a stepping stone in their career. In that case, that's when I would say, do something that helps people. Another thing is look for a topic that kind of changes frequently or has updates to it, because that guarantees you video topics. So you can do a video a week on, I don't know, like news, for example. Like, I mean, you can do a video 20 times a day on the news, but you can do videos at least once a week on makeup because there's always new makeup coming out. There's always new, collaborations and YouTubers to talk about. You can do a video every week on social media because, I mean, I could do a video every day on social media. There's always a new platform coming out. There's always a new trend. There's always a new algorithm change. Like, something is always going on. So try to look for things that are kind of like ever evolving so you always have fresh content because consistency is so key to doing YouTube. You have to get on a regular schedule of doing YouTube. Okay, what are some of your favorite courses to take or that you have taken? So I always recommend 2 e-courses to people who are looking to get into like anything marketing, social media, creative, digital stuff. One of them is free and it's called Hubspot Inbound. You can get a certification in that, and that I need to just look up the stats on this because every time I talk about it, I feel like an idiot because I'm always like, I read this stat and I don't know what it is though. But I know that a lot of employers look for this certification on your resume or on your LinkedIn because it's really good and it's free. It is very hard. I had to take the test like 2 times, but it's called HubSpot Inbound. So look for that. There's other HubSpot courses as well that are free. They're all good. Like there's an email marketing one, all that stuff. But if you just want an overview of like digital marketing, HubSpot Inbound. And then Hillary Rushford's Instagram with Intention course is the other one. Okay, the life of this housewife. You look good with your hair up. Thank you. It's like 80 degrees outside, and I haven't worn my hair up in probably a year. I'm not even kidding. I'm biracial, and I married a man from India, and I always look for hair product suggestions for me and my girls. What do you use for hair? I wish I had a good answer for you. This is just so bad, but I really don't do my hair very much. Hi, Kim. Please call me Kim. Hi, Kim. Thank you for the question. Yeah, I wish I could answer this, but I don't do my hair very, very much anymore. I go and get blowouts. I'm telling you, getting blowouts is the most amazing thing ever. But the only thing that I really do use on my hair, like just to maintain it, is coconut oil. Saved my soul, basically. Coconut oil. What else do I use? I use a product from Drybar. It's oh my gosh, what is it called? It's named after a drink. It's like, it comes in this gray bottle. It's a spray. I'll link it down below after this is over, but it's like a dry conditioner kind of thing. I love Oh, and Ava NYC, they have a good dry conditioner as well because I don't really like to use dry shampoos because my hair is really dry. I don't know about yours, but my hair is really dry. So instead of using a dry shampoo, I use a dry conditioner because it kind of like moisturizes and nourishes my hair, but it still sort of gives that dry shampoo effect, freshens you up a little bit in between blow dries or anything like that. But yeah, I straighten my hair with a flat iron. I can't remember the name of my flat iron either. I'm like the worst at products now. But yeah, that's all I do. I don't know. I'm really simple. My hair behaves pretty well on its own. So yeah, but my hair is really curly. I don't know if you know that or not. My hair is really, really curly. I do straighten it with a flat iron, but I don't have any like relaxers or anything like that in it. Cool. Okay. The last question that I have, unless anybody else has anything, is do you see yourself working in social media forever? Forever is a really long time. There's a lot of forever questions in this Q&A. Do I want to be married forever? Do I want to work in social media forever? Do I want to live in another city forever? I don't know. Like, I love social media. It's really the only constant kind of thing in my life. Shea Moisture. Yeah, I like that brand as well. I met like one of the PR girls at the last beauty event I went to, and so I got a couple of products to try out, and they are really good. But like I said, I don't know. I just don't try out products very much anymore. So I don't know. But yeah, social media. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. I love it. I feel like it's ever evolving though. So I feel like if you're in a career like this where you are in social media or in anything that changes so much, you have to sort of be ready for constant change, you know? Like, I don't know if my job will exist in 20 years. I don't know. Like, I'm talking to my computer right now. Who knows what's going to happen in 20 years? So I feel like I just want to always do a job that's creative and interesting and I don't know, one thing, this is like random, but one thing that I've been thinking about lately is I really want to learn more about web design because I really like design. I have no formal training. I took like 2 classes in college, but I would love to, I don't know, I love doing it and just like playing around on my own. And I have a lot of people who ask me like, do I do that? And I'm like, no, I don't know how to, like, I would never ask somebody to pay me because I don't, like, that's not a skill that I have, but I kind of want to learn the skill. So if any of you guys have recommendations for like courses to take or anything like that, that is one thing that I could see myself doing long term. But anyway, I think I'm going to end this live stream. This was fun. I'm sorry that I kept you guys waiting in the beginning. This was one of the most confusing things I've ever done. But now that I know how to do it, let me know in the comments, I guess, if you're watching this on the replay or whatever. Let me know if you would like me to keep doing these. So yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Now I gotta awkwardly figure out how to end this.